Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about holiday palettes. I thought I would do this now because we're kind of getting into when the holiday releases for this year are going to start happening. Is it worth buying a holiday palette? We're going to talk about that today. Before we get started, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button down below. It helps me out. It means a lot to me when I get new subscribers. I am getting close to 100. When I hit 100, I am going to be doing a giveaway, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And yeah, we're just going to get into it. I have three that we're going to focus on. The one that I got rid of was the Grinch palette that Pure did. And the only reason I got rid of that one was because of its size. It was like this thick and like this big. I did a whole review on it. I'll try and link that video down below if anybody still wants to watch it. Yeah, it wasn't that the palette was bad because it came with a blush and a highlighter and two glitters and a color changing lip balm that I didn't really care for the shade, but the eyeshadows in it were fine. Some of them would muddy, so you had to be careful about which shades you use together, but it wasn't a bad palette. I didn't have as much storage as I currently do, and it became a huge issue. It was a cute palette. It had like this little 3D thing when you opened the lid of Whoville. I gave it to one of my friends because, like I said, I just didn't have the space and I couldn't, it wasn't good enough for me to continuously be shuffling it around between my drawers. So I passed it on to somebody that didn't have as many palettes and could maybe use it a little bit more. So the three that I have are really what we're going to be talking about. But yeah, I did declutter that one. And it, like I say, it wasn't because it was bad, but it was just so stinking big. I have the Sleigh palette by Laura Lee. I think I bought this one that she was doing a sale, but this is what the palette looks like. The pigmentation on this is so good. There's one matte and two shimmers. We'll go right there. I do have her Party Animal palette, and the pigmentation of those is not as good as these. Like, I brushed my finger off and they're still, like, that red does not mess around. It can be a little bit difficult to blend. Like, you got to take your time with it because it is so pigmented. It acts like a pigment instead of a shadow, but these are so good. So if this one goes back on sale ever, I recommend picking this up. And I like the packaging on this one because it's pink, so it doesn't necessarily scream holiday palette like these other two. And I think that can throw a lot of people off when they buy holiday palettes, and then they tend to not use them during the year because, oh, it's got Christmas packaging, so they don't think about using it. I like that she did a pink because, like I said, it doesn't scream Christmas. And you need to, when you're looking at holiday palettes, if you're thinking about all year, like this has shades that, yeah, they look Christmassy, but like you can wear green all year, red. Like these colors can be used all year for like Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, like if you want to just have this be a holiday palette, but even, you know, just all year. These are very wearable colors. So that's something to consider if it is a Christmas themed palette. Now, some holiday releases aren't necessarily Christmas themed, and those may be better for some people because, like I said, when you see Christmas packaging, you don't think about using it all year. The next one, and this was one that was available in July, is the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette. They are releasing a new version of this. It's called the Extra Spicy palette. It looks a little bit different, but opening this up, like, this doesn't scream Christmas to me. It seems like the chocolate gold palette and maybe the peach palette had a baby. This is kind of a hybrid of those two palettes, I would say, because you've got some of those foiled shades, you've got some mattes. It's a very pretty palette. Again, it doesn't scream Christmas. The only thing that may throw people off is that there is a gingerbread on the outside of the package, but very wearable shades. on the inside. And that's something, like I said, you need to think about if you are getting a Christmas themed palette. Is it something that has shades that you can use all year? And generally, it should be yes. The last one I have is from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, and this is their Christmas palette. I love the packaging because it looks like a present. And their formula is unreal. This was limited edition, so that's the only bad thing. I wasn't going to get it. I was going to wait until this Christmas because they were going to re-release it, and then they decided to do, I think they're going to do a different version. They're going to change it. So here's the foiled shades. I ended up getting this after Christmas because it sold out and there was enough demand that people were like, can you re-release it one more time? So I pre-ordered. They are very flaky, like there's some of the red that came off, so you can see where they are a little bit flaky, but the pigmentation on those is insane. And then the mattes, I will say, are like pressed pigments. So you do have to work to blend them, but they're really good quality. So I'm excited for their palette this year. And I did end up pre-ordering it because it's so good. So here's the inside. But yeah, they're so metallic. They're so pigmented. And again, like you can do the greens for St. Patrick's Day. Like these are all colors, like if you look at them aside from the Christmas package, are wearable colors, like the gray and the silver, the reds, the gold, and this milk and cookie shade. Very, very wearable. So keep that in mind this year when you're looking at, I've got like shimmer and metallic all over. When you're looking at holiday releases and holiday themed palettes, is it something that has shades that you can use past, I just had that red all over, that you can use past Christmas? Because the packaging can be distracting and make you think that you can't. So that's just something to keep in mind. Like I said, when we come into the new releases, I'm not going to get the extra spicy palette. It looks like the Sweet Peach palette to me, and I have this one, so I won't be buying that one. But if you didn't get this one and you like that one, or you don't have the peach palette, it might be worth picking up. But because I have the peach palette, so you can see I brushed those off and those are still hanging around. But yeah, so hopefully that was a little bit helpful. Like I said, I'm glad I have all three of these. I only decluttered one of the holiday palettes I got last year, so I don't think that's bad. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're looking. Does it have longevity? Is it something you can use past Christmas and New Year's and want to keep using all year? That's the main thing to keep in mind. Hopefully this video was a little bit helpful. Like I said, we're getting into the holiday releases soon, so something to keep in mind. Again, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see everybody in my next video. Bye, guys.